Alright everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report and I'm your host Robert Jordan. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Alright, this is another one of those stories about the inner city programs where they institute a lot of these technologies on us that doesn't work. I just did one recently on Detroit with their facial recognition program, where they were instituting these facial recognition programs in so-called fighting crime. This is the same thing other than this is Baltimore. And this is aerial surveillance this time. Now I'm going to show you a couple of clips. Now it's not going to take long, and I'm going to read you a couple of little articles, pieces of article, to show you where this stuff is coming from and where it's going. This is from their local news.
Local nonprofit wants Baltimore City to bring back the controversial surveillance plane program. The Greater Baltimore Committee says it wants the city to test the program for 3 years. The organization says public safety is a top priority, and it does not believe the program will violate individual privacy. But Baltimore Police Commissioner Michael Harrison is not convinced this program will work.
I'm in support of evidence-based solutions. I was hired because I was an evidence-based police chief. And so I'm in favor of evidence-based solutions. That has never been tried in an American city. It is an experiment. I cannot, in good conscience, as a professional, support something that is zero-based, zero evidence, that tells us that it can or can't work. It's based on an assumption.
The program caused controversy. It was about 3 years ago when the police department started using the plane without telling the public.
Okay, so he just lied to you. He just said that they had no evidence that it worked and it had never been used in an American city. So he just lied right there. But let me go into the article. This was today. A Baltimore business group threw its support behind use of a privately funded area surveillance program. Privately funded. But the city's police commissioner called the program an experiment and declined to get on board. The Greater Baltimore Committee said Wednesday that it saw no privacy issues with the area surveillance program and said the program would provide police with an extra tool. But Police Commissioner Michael Harrison said he knows of no evidence the program is effective. I am in support of evidence-based solutions. He just said that. Okay, so we know that's not true. He knows that they shared the information that they had with him. I'll show you that they've done that. The program was secretly tried in Baltimore 2 years ago and discontinued. A former city council member has led an effort to put it back in use. Okay, this is what they're doing. Now let me show you what they've done. This is where this comes from. This is from Bloomberg. This was back at the time that this happened. This was after the Freddie Gray riot. Okay, this is where all this stuff started. This is Bloomberg, August 2016. Okay, and they're talking about since January, police have been testing an aerial surveillance system adapted from the surge in Iraq. This was war, man. This is wartime technology. And they neglected to tell the public. Okay? Now I'm not going to read the whole article. I can't do that. But I'll just read you a piece of what it is, and I'll leave the link, and you read the rest. Here's the guy who was the head of that so-called private surveillance program, and I'll show you where all that stuff comes from. That's what the next video is about. Since the beginning of the year, the Baltimore Police Department had been using the plane to investigate all sorts of crime. I'm talking about the surveillance plane, from property thefts to shootings. The Cessna sometimes flew above the city for as many as 10 hours a day, and the public had no idea it was there. A company called Persistent Surveillance Technology, based in Dayton, Ohio, provided the service to the police, and funding came from a private donor. No public disclosure of the program had ever been made. Here's the guy right here. Now let me show you where all this stuff comes from. I found this on YouTube. You just have to go back a little bit and find all this stuff, where these programs come from.
Circling the skies across the country, the FBI is operating a small air force. The Associated Press has learned that the FBI has been using scores of low-flying airplanes with high-tech imaging devices, all registered to fictitious companies.
People for years, if going back more than a decade, have been concerned when they see these low-flying airplanes circling above their house, so much so that some people even call 911 and ask the police, who is this person circling above?
The AP traced at least 50 aircraft back to the FBI, including this single-engine Cessna spotted at a regional airport in Northern Virginia.
The key thing on that aircraft is that if you look on the left-hand side, there's like a white basketball-looking object. And what that is a camera, so when the plane makes 90-degree, or rather left-hand turns going around a certain area, the camera is off to the side recording as the aircraft is sweeping over a certain maybe 2-mile radius.
That same aircraft was seen over Baltimore last month. Public radar data collected by FlightRadar24.com shows it making tight circles around the western area of the city, where violent protests broke out following the death of Freddie Gray while in police custody. An AP analysis revealed in the past few weeks the FBI flew on more than 100 flights over 11 states. The FBI says its aviation program is not secret, telling the AP, quote, "The aircraft are not equipped, designed, or used for bulk collection activities or mass surveillance. The FBI uses all tools and equipment and conducts all investigations in accordance with the Attorney General guidelines." But the FBI has gone to great lengths to conceal its ownership of the planes. Records show they are registered to at least 13 fake companies. Included on most registrations, a mysterious name, Robert Lindley, who appears to have 3 distinct signatures. The FBI would not say whether Lindley is a U.S. government employee. In addition to being equipped with video surveillance technology, officials who spoke to the AP under the condition of anonymity said the planes are sometimes equipped with cell site simulators, which can capture information from cell phones.
This is all coming at a time when the government, and particularly President Obama, has said he encourages a debate on surveillance and privacy.
It's not clear exactly how the surveillance technology is being used or what the specific capabilities of each aircraft are, but the flights represent an evolving frontier for law enforcement. Robert Bumstead, Associated Press.
Okay. This is back in 2015. This is where all this stuff is going. This is where it comes from. And not only that, it picks up not just cell phones, but it picks up computers. It picks up everything. It sucks up all the information in any given area. Everything that's electronic. So everybody pay attention to what your cities are doing, what your city council people are doing. It means something.